Hello. So I just wanted to get on here and share my experience with placenta encapsulation. I had my daughter in April of this year and had some issues with postpartum depression in the past with my other children. So I felt like I wanted to try something different to prevent that so I could enjoy when she was small instead of being depressed. So, and I didn't want to be on all kinds of prescription medications and stuff like that. I wanted to see what alternatives were out there, if any, to help prevent that. And I came across placenta encapsulation. So, I did some research on it and decided that that's something that I wanted to do. So I did that. So I just want to share my experience with you for anybody that's thinking about doing it. Just some information on it. So according to most websites and personal experience and other people's experiences, the benefits of placenta encapsulation are it helps stabilize your hormones after the baby because that placenta contains a lot of nutrients and hormones in it to begin with. The placenta is basically the membrane, I'm sure you know this, but it's basically the membrane between you and the baby. So any nutrients, any vitamins, any food that you took in while pregnant kind of pass through, they do pass through that. So some of that is still left behind after the baby. So it contains a lot of nutrients in that aspect. It's said to help prevent postpartum depression. It helps increase your breast milk supply, and your breast milk can come in a lot quicker when taking the pills. And it helps you sleep better. And I did notice an increase in energy as well. So the cost is between $200 and $400 depending on, you know, how many people offer that service in your area. In my area, the average cost was $200. I did find one person that did it for $150, but she had recently moved, so I did pay $200 to have mine done. And so the process goes like this. Well, it went like this for me. After I had the baby, before I had the baby, I had to tell my midwife that I wanted to keep my placenta. And I told her that like way in advance. I'm talking like 2 or 3 months before I had the baby, that I wanted to keep my placenta. So she already knew, she already had a heads up. And then the day that I was admitted to the hospital, I told my nurse that we were keeping the placenta. So everybody was on the same page and knew to keep it. So as soon as I delivered the placenta, they put it in a sterile container, a clean sterile container, and stored it with my name on it in the refrigerator at the hospital. So the lady came and picked it up the next morning after I had the baby, and we like had to show our IDs to the hospital to prove that it was me getting my own placenta. And then my husband took it down to the lady that encapsulated it. She met him at the front door and he took it down to her. And then she came to my house 2 days later. We had already been discharged and we were home, and she came to the house 2 days later and dropped off the pills. So that's how that process went. So when she dropped off the pills, she dropped off a bottle, and she also kept the cord and like dehydrated that as well, and just put it in a little like keepsake bag for me to keep, which I thought was neat, you know. I thought that was pretty special. And at the end of this video, I'll actually show you the pills and everything because I still have some left. So with that, she also gave me instructions. So the instructions were, if I remember correctly, it's pretty standard, are to take, let me see, I wrote it down. you take 2 pills in the morning. I'm sorry, you take 3 pills 3 times a day for 2 weeks, and then 1 to 2 pills a day for like another 4 weeks, and you just kind of taper down. I don't remember exactly, but you just taper down. I think you start at like 4 pills a day, and then you taper down to 1 after like a month or so, and then you should, you know, be good. But you can take it for as long as you want. There's no issues, no harm to the baby. I mean, you do have to sign a waiver because you are taking it at your own risk. I mean, there's always something involved when you're putting something not foreign, this isn't foreign, it's part of you, but whenever you're putting something into your body and it's been touched by another person, it's out, you know what I mean? There's always some kind of risk associated, but I don't even remember where I was going with that, but each placenta can yield between 90 and 140 pills. I think I got like probably 100 from mine. So the pills, give me just 1 second, I will get them. So I have the pills here, they're in this bottle. You can keep them in the freezer once you're done taking them. You can store them in the freezer if you want to take them again in the future, which I don't know, I probably will. Just to help get you back on track. But I felt like I needed them once I went back to school. But the pills look like this. They're in like a clear capsule. And it just looks like dried up, I don't know, herbs or something. It really doesn't look like anything freaky. I was like really scared to open it when I first got them because I was still kind of like, I don't know, it just seemed like a lot to me still, but wasn't a big deal. And when you take them, there's no taste, there's no funky smell, for me anyway. This is my experience. I don't know about everyone, but for me there was no weird taste, there's no weird smell, nothing like that. I couldn't taste anything. I didn't like, you know, burp or, you know, have some strange taste in my mouth afterwards. There was absolutely nothing. It's like, you know, I didn't take anything at all. Like, I feel like the prenatal vitamins were worse than, taking that, and that wasn't bad at all. And the pills are a typical capsule size, so nothing to worry about with that. Now, when you're done taking them, you can store them in the freezer, like I said, for future use if you ever want to take them again. If you feel like you're hormonal and need to like be leveled out, you can take those again. But I had, like I said, a history of postpartum depression in the past with my other children. Like, I just would just be very tired, unmotivated for like months and months, and then I'd finally get over it. And I knew that that was something that I didn't want to go through again with this baby, because I had other people I had to take care of, and there was just no time for that. So I was like, there's got to be something out there that I can do to prevent that from happening besides taking antidepressant medication. Like, I just did not want to do that. I don't like putting that kind of stuff in my body, so I decided to do that. And my experience was, it was a great experience for me. The only side effect I would say from taking the pills that I got was it made me sweat so bad. Like, as soon as I would take it, maybe 30 minutes to an hour later, I was sweating, like opening doors and opening windows and like turning the heat down. I felt like I was going through menopause or something like that. But really, honestly, that was the only negative side effect. Other than that, like, my mood felt stabilized. I felt great. I didn't feel like I had just had a baby. I had plenty of energy. I just felt normal, and that's exactly what I wanted. I just felt normal. So I took them for, I'd say, probably 6 weeks. I did notice a decrease in the amount of time that I bled. I did not bleed that long after having her, and I contribute that to the pills because typically that's not my experience. So I would definitely recommend this to anyone. All you have to do is a quick Google search to find someone in your area, that does it. Hopefully you can find someone if you're looking into getting it for whatever reason. But I would highly recommend it, especially for postpartum depression. And honestly, if I had to do it over again, I probably would take them for longer. I probably would take it until they were gone, just because I think you just need that little bit of extra time, especially like when I went back to work because the 6 weeks were up and it was time for me to go back to work. I felt like I did get kind of moody and stuff. And I probably should have just kept taking them, but I didn't. But yeah, I would definitely that's one of my recommendations, is just taking it until it's all gone. But yes, I would definitely recommend this. And I hope this helps. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below in the comment section, and I will try my best to answer them. Have a good day.